Okay, welcome to Committee Board Memories SLA Committee for Monday, June 8th. I'm going to start off before I go through anything else, just to let everyone know, we had two items that withdrew from the agenda tonight. Item number 2, which was Viva Music Uno at 6 St. Mark's Place. And number 5, Friends with Benefits at 177 Ludlow Street. Those two items have withdrawn tonight, so they will not be heard. You're here for those items. Please watch the agenda. They very well may show up again in the future, but they are not going to be heard tonight. So we have a very short agenda tonight. We have 4 items, which is kind of unheard of. So hopefully we can get through these all very reasonably and have a lovely evening afterward. Gonna give a quick little summary of how we'll go through each item. We're gonna call on the item, we'll give the applicants, I'll give a summary of the application, we'll give the applicants a chance to speak, they can respond to anything, they can add or change anything that they submitted in their application. We'll then move, if there's any members of the public here in person or on Zoom, they'll have a chance to speak. Move back to let the applicant respond, and then we'll move on to a committee discussion and move on to a vote. If you, as an applicant, we'll give you some time, we keep it brief if you can. If there are members of the public here, we give people 2 minutes to speak. Please try to respect that as well. Please try to be respectful to any other, whether the applicants, other public members, or the community board themselves. Please just be respectful. And I think that is generally it for the ground rules. We're gonna go ahead and move into a roll call vote for attendance. Stephen Ballinger, absent. Megan Joy, here. Daniel McKenna, present. Clint Smeltzer here. Michael Lavario, present. Okay. So I think we're gonna go ahead and dive right into the items. Tonight, we're gonna start with number 3, which is Kotobuki East Village at 8 Stuyvesant Street. Is the applicant here for, okay? Yeah, these are here for that item. So as I said, I'm gonna give a quick summary of your application, then I'll hand it over to you and let's go ahead at the left. One second, files opening. There. Okay, so this applicant is for Sound New Horizons LLC, doing business as Kotobuki, is seeking a full premises liquor license in a premises located at 8 Stuyvesant Street between 3rd Avenue and 9th Street. This is an application for an establishment of 100 people, 40 tables and 90 seats with an 8-foot bar, serving Japanese food from a full kitchen. Kitchen's open serving food during also operation. They're having 1 television, background music. There are 19 full premises licenses within 500 feet. The location was previously licensed as Izakaya Yokochu. It was a full service Japanese restaurant that closed in 2022. The applicant currently owns 3 restaurants in Long Island. They previously also operated Kotobuki at 56 3rd Avenue. 8 residents live within 2 blocks of the application, or the location plan application paper. Again, they're proposing to operate a Japanese restaurant. Their hours of operation will be opening no later than 12 p.m., closing at 2:30, and then reopening at 5 p.m., closing at 11 p.m. Monday through Friday. The hours of Saturday and Sunday will be 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. They're not using outdoor space for commercial use. They'll have a closed fixed facade. They'll play ambient background recorded music only, with no live music, DJs, no promoted events, no performances, no dancing. They will not apply for an operation like under CB3, no pub calls or party buses, no unlimited drink specials, will not have happy hours. To ensure there are no wait lines, designated employee for ensuring and avoiding noise or crowds. Post stipulations, provide a telephone number for residents to call any complaints. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hand it over to you. If you'd like to just give us a quick summary of what you're doing. If there's anything that I've said that needs to be corrected or added to, please go ahead.
So hello everyone, my name is Bon. This is my partner or Kim. So you pretty much summarized everything. We've been here since 2013, as the 3rd and 11th. Unfortunately, someone bought the whole lot, knocked down everything. So yeah, it was a little unfortunate. Oh, okay. So we were originally here since 2013. And unfortunately, somebody purchased the whole block and knocked it all down. They asked us to wait and come back when they're finished, but we're not sure when that would be. So there was a spot on East Stuyvesant, we'll be on the second floor. We're what you call a community restaurant. People come in multiple times a week. They can come out on Wednesday, Fridays, like always. Very accessible, very warm, friendly. We try to do the best we can to be a part of the neighborhood. And I think we can do the same service and the community, same way we did before. And that's, we're hoping that everything all goes well and you'll all come to our grand opening.
Okay, thank you for that. So I do have one question of clarification. So I meant to ask this in my original summary. You're taking the second floor,
We're
correct?
taking the second floor, so there'll be no lines on the bottom, there'll be no people congregating downstairs.
And the second floor was where Angel Share was, the cocktail
Angel
restaurant,
Share,
correct?
yeah.
Where there was a Japanese restaurant on the first floor, but you're taking the second.
We're taking the second.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I see that. It's went over the note here.
You know the area well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is second floor. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open it up to the public. I know, actually, I don't know, Monica, we're here to, did you want to speak to this item?
No, your next door neighbors too.
Okay, so you're, I don't, did anyone fill out any, did we have speaker forms? Did you fill out? Did anyone fill out a speaker form?
Yeah, we just signed up.
You signed in, did you fill out a speaker form? Do you want to speak?
Yes.
Okay, so you can go ahead and speak now,
Yeah.
and then just fill out a speaker form once you're done.
Okay, thanks.
Just go ahead and just identify yourself and go ahead.
Hi, my name is Paul. I'm very familiar. I have 3 restaurants at a hotel. We are fully licensed. One thing is that we are a little bit worried that we live on the second floor, we share the wall. And last summer, when they were doing the work, for some reason, the city of New York gave the permits to do the work during the night. And we didn't sleep for all the summer.
Oh, no.
And this summer too, a couple of times we have to call because we're doing work without permit. So the main point is that we can hear everything that happens while they're working. It's like literally in our apartment. So the wall, for some reason, it's very, very thin. And it's really like having the person inside our apartment and it's impossible to sleep. So when we saw that, when there's gonna be music, we were a little bit worried. So I understand the importance of the liquor license, but not here to contest that. It's like, as a business owner and at restaurants and so that, I know that there is a lot of things we can do to make sure that certain things happen, like, in the application have some proof or other things that can be put on it. Because right now it feels basically impossible. Someone put on it, it seems like I have an earthquake in our apartment. We are on the second floor, on the 206, so really.
They didn't know there was a residential building next to that. I spoke with them.
So, yeah.
One, I'm sorry that this was a.
Just so that the people on the Zoom can hear as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry this was a disturbance to you. I can only imagine how hard that would be. So I have a question. When the restaurant were there previously, did you also have issues with sound?
Hi, my name is Anna, and when there was a different restaurant over there, I would say that the main issue was also when the workers of the restaurant were coming out into like this little patio. Whistling at night, singing, backyard, yes, dealing with trash.
Oh,
So things like that were really waking us up at 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. That was one of the issues. And the sound, well, also, I did not hear really well what times were the times of the opening of the restaurant.
They're closing at 11 p.m. every night.
Every night, including the weekend,
Yes.
which makes it bearable.
Like,
Okay.
not a bar, like,
It's
I know
it's
Angel
not-
Share was a
it's
bar.
not a bar.
Yeah, people were there, we're not going to have people.
Yeah,
4
I
a.m.
guess my only concern would be the sounds during the night specifically and early morning hours. Also, as you can see, I'm expecting and with the little baby, I would just prefer to avoid.
I have a question, just where you were mentioning the backyard space and the patio. is that the ground floor restaurant? Cause they're gonna be on the second floor, I don't know.
They have an exit from the second.
They can go down from the second floor.
Yeah,
down as
there
well.
is a staircase that goes down as well, so
Okay.
depending on how that will.
How
And it's really like an our floor, so their windows is our windows,
It's right there.
we can
Yeah.
really hear,
We can, yeah,
and we're gonna have a baby in every 2 months.
that's our concern, otherwise, I think what I've been many times,
Oh.
you guys learned the facts.
How the playing goes.
Avenue is a great place, but yeah,
I
that's,
think this line should be much better, because when we did the work, the back wall where we share the outdoors, that back side. We close all the window, because that's gonna be our kitchen, so there's gonna be no window, it's gonna be all walled up. But it'll probably minimize,
Side, your,
yeah,
your
Yeah.
door, excuse me, of Eight Stuyvesant Street is right there. I'm sorry.
if you wait to be called out, you can
Okay.
pass the mic to you.
Yes. Sorry.
I mean the back side, where the common area is on the ground floor. There used to be a lot of windows there from the second floor too, but we walled it off, because it's gonna be our kitchen.
But probably your trash is gonna be on the.
The first ground floor, probably at the end of the night, we'll bring it out.
Yeah, that's something just to be careful, like I say, there's many restaurants, and it's one of the issues, because
Right.
night, the bottles and everything,
Right.
so just make noise.
Right.
Completely understand, congratulations, I have 4, so I know that you have to go through, and I know sleep is important, it's very paramount to parents, right, during that time. We won't, I assure you, no one will be back there at 4 AM. And you've been to our place, it's
Yeah.
not that kind of place, right, so.
Yes, the only thing, I've never been to the backyard of your place at night, that's the difference.
There was nobody back there either, especially at that time.
These
So-
are easy issues
Yeah.
to solve,
Yeah.
like if you guys exchange information and stay in contact with each other.
Sure.
I think it's probably a good idea, like, hey, look, maybe there's certain hours that the porters can put out garbage, not after a certain hour, or. You know, if they are hearing noise from the kitchen, I'm sure there's always a way that you can change a speaker or add a layer of soundproof sheet rock somewhere or something, if there's. They seem like easy solves, I think, if you stay in contact with each other.
Well, what I would like to ask though, I know they said when we were doing work, you said just recent, not all that long.
Yeah, even like,
Have you done the work? Is that you doing it?
Yes, that's.
Did you put any soundproofing in those walls? Did you?
We didn't, we weren't aware that, we can put any soundproofing in, but we can look into.
Is that something you, because it sounds like from what they're saying. It's like having a piece of drywall between the apartments. It sounds like it's pretty loud, just normal things are pretty loud. Would that be something you'd be willing to do? Is that?
Sure, we can absolutely look into any ways to minimize sound, and also, once the work is done, it won't be loud, that part, like, you won't hear it anymore,
so
so.
I just know that for some liquor license they got, in the application, they put that I have to put soundproof. So it was part of the application, so that would be great if it's, I'm happy to, have this friendly exchange, but also if it was possible to have something that. In case it's not the spec, I can just prefer something.
Something.
Yeah.
Susan,
Yes, please.
So also the construction work is 7 AM to 6 PM. So if anyone's working at night, they should not be, please let us know, we'll get it stopped. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I tried to call and message the
times.
311 many times, and it was really a nightmare for like.
That's why we're here.
Thank you, appreciate it.
There you go.
Okay. So Monica, did you want to add anything?
No,
Okay.
that's all good.
Let me just check, is there anyone on Zoom that wanted to speak to this item? Please raise your Zoom hand if you are here. Can you just fill out a speaker form too, so we have it on record? Yeah. Okay, I don't see anyone else here on Zoom, so, okay, I think we're gonna go to committee discussion. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward, it's closing at 11. It's a full service restaurant, I don't think I think the only issue would be, maybe we should discuss about. I don't know if we want to put stipulations on, but about the use of it, using the backyard or trash in the back, whatever, it would be not after midnight or something like that. And then I think, one of our stipulations, I think that he was referring to, is we often do have on our stipulations, you will install soundproofing. So usually we put soundproofing to ensure sound is not audible in the neighboring apartment. Is that something you agree to?
Sure, you can put a panel along that wall, like that shared wall space.
And we'll be in communication with them, so if there's any issues, we'll.
Okay.
Happy to, yeah, we're very.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you are a full restaurant, I think, you know, I was at the other restaurant too before.
Oh, you were,
I'll tell you.
yeah, so it's
So-
nothing different, it's the
Yeah.
same,
So I get
it
it,
might
you're
not
not,
look familiar.
but I just think to their point, if it really is that thin between the wall, even just. Tables of people and background music could be very disturbing if you're sitting there and having to listen to that all night.
I don't know why they built this.
That's the $1,000,000 question.
Yeah,
of why
why would
this
you do that?
Yeah,
But you know, the plus side is if the shared wall is now the kitchen, you have to have a.
well, no, the back is the back to the backyard space.
We share both, the whole length of, because we're from one side to the other, they're probably it's along, so we went from the street to the back, so whatever we.
So you share the whole side.
The whole thing.
But that side, once we're done with the work, they shouldn't be bringing it
Yeah,
today.
area.
That's the front walkway, you know, it's not an issue.
Yeah, if
You
you
should
should
only
only
work
search
you
your
have 60
email
hours.
address.
I don't think that's the issue.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put up the stipulations on the screen, these are the stipulations we'll be voting on. So I'll start, I'll read through these and then we'll, you know, circle back to make sure everything is. Understandable, yeah. Thank you, okay, guys. So it is I and Fawn Hu, qualified representative of Soundview Horizons LLC located at 8 Stuyvesant Street. Agrees with the following stipulations, my license will be a full liquor license. There's a new application, will operate a full service restaurant facility, a Japanese restaurant. With kitchen and open serving food throughout all hours of operation. The hours of operation are 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 1 p.m. I'm sorry, that should be 11 p.m. 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday. And then 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. I would not use outdoor space for commercial use. I think we will install soundproofing to ensure sound is not audio in neighboring apartments. You have a closed fixed facade. You wanna have DJs live music, third party promoted events, and you have cover fees, charge scheduled performances, dancing. You will play on for background music only. You will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3 first. Liquor, you will not participate in pub crawls or party buses. You will not have unlimited drink special, including boozy brunches. You will not have happy hour. You will not have wait lines outside. You will have staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering, noise, or crowds. You will conspicuously post stipulation by the license, and residents may contact the owner manager at the number below. And it's Bon Ku, and it is 516-353-0680. Okay. Okay, then at that point, we are gonna go ahead and move to a committee vote. Stephen Ballinger.
Sorry.
Yes.
Megan Joy,
Yes,
Jay McCown,
Yes.
Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavari.
Yes.
Okay, so the motion passes. The office will be sending you out that stipulation form with instructions on getting it notarized in return.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yes, and then, I mean, you'll have the number, but you can exchange information and hopefully have a wonderfully friendly relationship. with them.
You guys wanna go up front that way, so we can get out to the next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we're going to move on to item number 4, which is St. Vincent's at 117 Avenue A. Is the applicant here for St. Vincent's? Raise your two hands, and I know Frank, but I see Frank is online. Frank did let me know earlier that he was having a lot of problems getting out of town tonight. So he may have had to take it on the phone, but I see Frank is joining us, so. Oh, yeah, just do it over back. I'm doing it. I'll just click here. Okay.
Sure, now everybody's a Nick fan.
Tell me about it, Frank. I see you made it home, Frank, at least.
Yes, I did.
It's on quartered off area in Midtown, so.
It looked like everyone was trying to get out of the city at the same time.
I'm sure they were, hopefully, okay, so, yeah, just here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the summary. We have DML Hospitality doing business as St. Nicholas is seeking a full premises license, which is the sale of assets from the premises located at 117 Adam Way between East 70 and St. Bar's. An application for establishment of 74 people, 20 tables, 53 seats, including a stand-up bar, full kitchen, serving food or non operation, 5 televisions, live music, small speakers playing music background level, 20 full premises license within 500 feet. This establishment has been at this location with a full license since 2018. The applicant has owned and operated the establishment since 2018. There have been 21 complaints since 2018. With commercial noise complaints requiring police action, there was one social distancing complaint in 2020. 70 residents who live within 2 blocks of the location signed a petition in favor. They're proposing hours of operation opening no later than 12, closing by 4 a.m. all days. Not use outdoor space for commercial use, close any front doors at 10 p.m. or when amplified sound is playing. They will have live music at background level, but no DJs, no promoted events, sketch performances, dancing, or any photography is charged. Will not apply for an alteration without CB3, no pop cross or party buses. No limited drink specials. They will have happy hours until 8, no wait lines, and post stipulation, and provide a number for residents to call. Okay, so I think as I kind of mentioned, this is a sale of assets. So can you just explain in a brief summary what you're proposing, what you're doing?
Sorry, Clint, could you say that again in here? Can I
And-
explain what?
Yeah, can you just explain, I know it is a sale of assets, but just explain, I know it's the same owner. Can you just explain to us what you're doing?
It's not the same owner.
Oh,
This is the same applicant that came before you about a year ago. And we've been dealing with the landlord who's impossible for the course of the last year, which is really the only reason why we're back here is because now I've timed out. But we're totally fine with the private price tips that we agreed to a year ago. This is Daniel, is Brendan's brother. Brendan's the current owner. Brendan's moving on to other things, probably going into the wholesale end of the business. And as you know, he can't hold a license for both wholesale and retail, so he's selling it to Daniel. There's going to be pretty much no change in the method of operation. It's the same ownership that's been there for years.
And that's
I'm sorry, same
Daniel-
management, same management.
Has Daniel been Daniel, you've worked there, or you've been part of it?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I mean, that's pretty simple, sounds pretty simple to me. Is there anyone here from the public? I don't see anyone here, I don't think in person. Is there anyone on Zoom to speak to this item? Okay. Any committee members have any questions about this item? As we said, it's a pretty simple, keeping the same stipulation, it's nothing changing. Okay. Then I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll throw the stipulation on the screen just quickly to go through them, make sure everything is lined up, but hopefully.
Are they identical? Because I meant to bring them. Do you know, Clint?
Are they what? Sorry, Frank?
Are they identical to the ones we did a year ago?
I don't know.
I meant to bring a copy and I didn't. So.
I actually thought about pulling a copy earlier today and I got distracted, so I did not do that either.
Okay, well, we can figure this out.
But hopefully, I think there should be pretty. So it's Daniel McElroy, a qualified representative of DML Hospitality, located at 117 Avenue A. The full liquor license. Will operate a tavern with less than a full kitchen serving food during out of operation. The hours of operation are all days 12 p.m. to 4 a.m. Will not use outdoor space. You will employ doorman or security. We will close all doors and windows at 10 p.m. You will not have DJs, but you will have live music. No third-party promoted events or any event with photography, structure, sketch performances. Not more than 20 private parties per year. I think we mentioned, I don't remember if this was in the last, but is it okay if saying live music will be at background level?
Daniel?
Oh, yeah. No, just be like
Okay.
ambient, little Irish tunage on
Yeah.
a Sunday. Yeah.
Hey, you said 25 parties, Clint, but the stip says 20.
Does anyone have a problem changing that to 25? No, okay, so we'll go ahead and I don't think that's a big deal, we'll change that for you. You will not apply for an alteration from the CB3. No pub crawls or party buses, will not have unlimited drink specials, will have a happy hour at 1 to 8. No lines, staff person responsible for monitoring the street. We'll post stipulation and residents may contact the owner's number below, and it's Daniel McElroy at 718 783-5536.
716-783, but
Oh,
it's
Actually, I
correct
think
on the,
I think that's actually what it says, I just couldn't quite see that correctly, so
yeah.
yes.
I get it, yeah.
Okay, everything look good?
Looks good to me. Daniel?
Yeah, if it looks good to Frank, it looks good to me.
Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to a committee vote. Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Megan Joy,
Yes.
Daniel Tanow,
Yes.
Clint Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavari.
Yes.
Okay, so the motion passes, we'll be sending out, the office will send the slips out to you, Frank, and you know the drill.
Go Knicks, go. Have a good night, guys.
Okay,
Thanks, everyone.
thank you, Daniel.
All right, bye-bye.
We're moving right, go Kings us.
So jinx it.
Yeah, we have two more.
I'm sorry, I thought they didn't show.
Oh, no, they're just on Zoom, they're probably on Zoom, that's all, so we still hear them. Okay, next we're going to move on to item number 6, which is Bella LES at 187 Orchard Street. The applicants are here, please raise your Zoom hand.
Good evening, everyone. Moshe should be here also.
See the applicants.
Moshe Ziv.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he just hasn't raised their hand, but we'll get them promoted. Okay. See, I think we have everyone joined now. Okay, so I will give a quick summary and then we'll hand it over to you. So this is Bella LES doing business as Bella is seeking a full premises liquor license in the premises located at 187 Orchard Street between Houston and Stanton. This is an application for an establishment of 299 people, 31 tables and 116 seats, 1 bar with 18 seats, full kitchen serving food during LS operation, no television, stream background music. There are 65 full premises liquor licenses within 500 feet. This applicant does currently hold multiple other liquor licenses. There were 531 complaints at this location since 2018 that required this action. 17 residents who live within 2 blocks of the location signed a petition in favor of this application. And they will again operate as a full service restaurant. What type of food are you, like, what type of restaurant is it, are you describing as?
The Mediterranean food.
As a Mediterranean, okay. We'll operate as a full service restaurant serving Mediterranean food. Hours of operation will be opening no later than 11 AM, closing by 12 AM all days. They will close all outdoor dining allowed under the Open Dining Out New York program or any other outdoor uses at 10 PM and will not have any speakers or TV monitors outside. We'll close any front door facade doors and windows at 10 PM or anytime amplified sound is playing. They will play background recorded music only, will not have live music, DJs, promoted events, sketch performances, any that should cover fee is charged, will not apply for an alteration to a method of operation without funded for CB3. Will not have pub crawls or party buses, no unlimited drink specials, will not have happy hours, no wait lines, will post a stipulation, and will provide a number for residents to call with any complaints. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hand it over to you, Michael and Moshi, is that?
Okay. Moshe. So this is a transfer application. We are proposing to take over the restaurant on the 2nd floor, recently run by Orchard Street Restaurant LLC and Cosmic Debris LLC. They were Blue Ribbon Sushi. The hotel also wanted us to do a management agreement, but we want to operate under our own lease. We want to operate the space the same way we operate our other 9 restaurants, our way and professionally. We have no problems or SLA violations. We do have a backyard at 161 West 72nd Street. We had a few complaints 7 years ago that were quickly remedied with umbrellas. Moish, I spoke to him, I spoke to his daughter. They understand the problems that can be caused by a roof deck. We'll be keeping that thick covering that is over the current seating. We'll be closing the outdoor area at 10 PM, meaning everybody will be gone. The indoor area at midnight. This is a restaurant, it's not a space for late night drinking, as evidenced by our closing hours. I know the pool is a problem. We have nothing to do with the pool that is run by the hotel. The floor it's on is not on our lease. We won't be serving food up there or anything like that. As you said, we submitted 17 signatures. Two are from next door at 200 Allen Street. One was from a restaurant that just overlooks the actual roof deck. And if there's any questions, we'll be happy to answer them.
Just a clarification, so your outdoor space, and I know the space a bit, but you're only on the front, you're on the Allen Street side. Your outdoor space doesn't front on Orchard at all, correct? There's no.
Correct.
It's
That's
only-
correct.
It's the opening on Allen Street side.
Yes. The reason we have that address is the entrance is on.
The entrance is
What-
on the Orchard Street side, but I didn't remember you having any kind of outdoor space on the Orchard Street side. The restaurant's outdoor space is only on Allen. The pool, which I think you explained is completely separate from you, the pool fronts on Allen or to the back toward Allen, but the rest of it is, your space is on Allen. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the pool fronts toward Orchard, your space is on Allen.
Yes.
Okay,
Problems have always been on Ellen, but. Yeah, and that's specific.
okay. So, let's see, is there anyone here from the public to speak to this item? Please raise your Zoom hand. See no one. Committee, any questions or comments on this?
Was the ribbon using the outdoor space?
And I think, so basically, you're essentially keeping the exact same method of operation as what Blue Ribbon had, correct?
Yes, but with better food.
Prove it.
I don't think it's the same method of operation.
Yeah, it's the same method of operation, it's not increasing, it's what we've been talking about lately is we're talking more about the impact on the neighborhood, and I think. Keeping the exact same method of operation is. You really can't get much more less than increasing than that. And, you're closing the outdoor space at 10, which is our standard stipulation. And you can't have speakers or anything outside, it's just. Same as any of the regular open dining out New York rules, it applies to roof decks and outdoor space as well.
Yeah, that's correct. No speakers outside.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and put the stipulations up on the screen. And we'll go through those for you. Okay, so this is now, and on your questionnaire, you had Samantha Wood listed as the representative. Is Samantha?
We would put Moist Ziv on there.
Yes, so we'll put Moishe and it's with VIS or ZIV, sorry, it's backwards.
ZIV,
ZIV.
Correct.
Okay. As a qualified representative of Bella LES located at 187 Orchard Street, will be a full liquor license.
Excuse me, it's actually MOSHE.
Okay.
Without the I.
But without.
Yeah.
MOSHE, gotcha. Okay, we'll operate a full service Mediterranean restaurant with kitchen and open serving food during all its operation. Their hours of operation will be 11 AM to 12 AM all days. The rooftop will be 11 AM to 10 PM. You will close all outdoor dining allowed under the dining out your program or any other outdoor uses by 10 PM. Will not have any speakers, or TV monitors. And I think in this case, the hotel already has doormen and staff, correct? So you're not.
Yes, on Allen Street they do.
But on Orchard, are you planning on having a doorman and security on?
No, because I don't see people lingering outside. We have,
Okay.
Plenty of seats inside.
Okay, that's fine, and I mean, it's a restaurant, I don't think there's a need for security. Soundproofing is already installed, you'll have a closed fixed facade, no open doors and windows. I guess that's fine, I was gonna say that doesn't really apply to the outdoor space, but the outdoor space is separate, so we'll move on from that. You will not have PJs, live music, that permit promoted events, and you have to cover fee is charged for scheduled performances or dancing. You'll play on the recorded background music only, will not apply for a method of operation change without the CB3. Then you'll post the stipulations. Residents may contact the owner manager number below, and now, do you want Samantha Wood listed for the manager contact, or do you want to change that to you as well?
Moish, do you want Samantha as the contact? Or do you want your name on there? You're muted.
I'm sorry, my name,
Okay, so we'll change that to you, and then could you go ahead and give us your phone number then as well?
917-817-7600. I have a question regarding the private parties.
Yes.
I believe that you will have, few per month.
So you want to add, would you like to add some private parties, is that?
Um,
So, and just for clarification, what we consider a private party is an entire buyout. It's not just having a birthday party in one portion. We consider a private party a buyout of the entire space. Which is fine, if you want to do that, I'm not dissuading, I was just clarifying what we consider a private party. So if you would like to do that, how many were you thinking, whether it's per year, per month?
You know what, it doesn't matter, it is in the hotel. You see, if somebody in the hotel would like to take the space, okay, this is what I was thinking. Michael, what is your opinion?
If you're thinking about maybe having a wedding there once in a while,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, something like that, maybe 12 a year. I don't think we ever come
Right,
close.
well, I mean, I think 12 per year is very reasonable, I don't think anyone has any issue with that, if that's. Is that a number that works for you?
You
Yeah,
wanna
I would
do-
say, what, Michael?
Just in case, if you want to do 24, I don't see that happening, but
Okay. Let's have 24 just in case.
Okay, anyone have any issue with that?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, everything else look okay on the stipulations? What we discussed?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and move to a committee vote. Stephen Ballinger,
Yes.
Megan Joy,
Yes.
Daniel Tano,
Yes.
Lynn Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavario.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, the motion passed. The office will be sending the stipulations out with the instructions and date to return to the body.
all right, thank you.
Michael, thank you, everybody.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, the last item. Doesn't seem right about this, I'm not.
Second last.
Okay, next.
Oh, yes, sorry, we have two more items, we have the district need statement to discuss, but applications, this is our last time. So, this is Dolce Momento NYC at 221 East Broadway. If the applicants are here, please raise your Zoom hand and we will promote you. Okay. So I have, I think it's Verona. Am I pronouncing that even closer correctly?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
And you're the applicant, correct?
Yes, yes. I'm just trying to figure if, oh, my video is off. Okay, I see. Okay, there we go.
Do you have, is there an attorney representative here with you tonight or just you?
No, it's just me.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give the summary and then we'll hand it over to you.
Okay.
So this is Dolce Boutique NYC, doing business as Dolce Momento, is seeking a full premises license at premises located at 221 East Broadway between Clinton and Dunwoody. This is an application for an establishment of 74 people, 6 tables, 20 seats, 16.5-foot stand-up bar with 15 seats, serving Tapas food. Served from food prep area during all of operation. They were playing home on background kind of music, and occasional live music. They will be free on premises license within 500 feet. Since 2020, there have been 2 commercial drone complaints with police action necessary. 2 for commercial social distancing in 2020. 16 residents who live within 2 blocks of location signed in favor. Again, they're proposing as a restaurant with Tapas style food. Served during all this operation, their hours of operation will be opening no later than 3 p.m., closing by 2 a.m. Monday through Thursday, opening by 12 p.m., closing by 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday. Will not use outdoor space for commercial use, will close any front door slot doors and windows at 10 p.m. play on background recording music only. Will not apply for moderation without coming to CB3, will not host club profit party buses, will not have unlimited drink specials including boozy brunches, will not have happy hours. Ensure there are no wait lines outside and have a staff person responsible for ensuring that no loitering noise or crowds. With post stipulation, will provide a telephone number for residents to call with complaints. Okay, we'll go ahead and hand it over to you. If you'd like to go ahead and just tell us a little bit about what you're proposing, and then if there's anything you need to correct about what I just summarized.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so my name is Jenny. I currently own Dolce Momento. We do have a wine beer license. But I was wondering if I was seeking to change it to a full liquor due to the fact that I've been operating for a little over 3 months already or so. And it has been brought to my attention by many of the customers that come in, that some of them have come in and left because I don't have full liquor, and I would like to provide that because to complement my menu, the food and the service, and the cocktails as well. So that is basically why. Also because the guests kind of expect that today. Um, and that's basically it, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, is there anyone here from the public on Zoom that wanted to speak to this item? Okay, see no one. Okay, so my only question or my comment is, and I remember when you came in, probably a little over a year ago when you came, this was an
Yeah.
unlicensed space. Prior to you taking over, this was an unlicensed space. And I remember the discussion we had with you that we were hesitant to approve a liquor license. You did have community support, you had some neighborhood support, but we were hesitant to approve a full liquor license. Did you apply originally for a full liquor license?
If I applied before?
When you came in the first time, did you apply for full liquor and then you agreed to do full wine and beer?
No, I just did wine and beer
You only
and
knew about okay. But I remember
yeah.
having the discussion just that, we were concerned given that it was an unlicensed location, and we were also concerned about giving the hours of 2 AM. We said because it was only beer and wine, we were a little more comfortable giving you to 2 AM.
Right.
And normally for an upgrade, I know you did not come through an administrative approval process, you came to us, so you don't have the stipulation that you can't come back for 2 years. But normally for an upgrade for wine and beer, we like to see someone be operating for at least about a year, or, we don't have a set deadline, but we like to see someone operate through the season so we can ensure that you know what you're doing, you're not gonna be a problem, and you're, managing the place well in terms of the effect on the neighborhood.
Right. Well, as of now, we haven't had any issues whatsoever. It's really a small restaurant. We don't have we can't even sit a lot of people like that. So we don't have crowds, to be honest. We don't have any issues with the neighbors, the music, or any like the operation is not really gonna change anything. So I was just trying to complement the menu and the restaurant. And I was also thinking that I could probably be kind, like, I know there was never a liquor license in that place, but there are many other businesses around there that have it, and that also like agree to me, and because I've spoken to other business owners around there, and they say, why not? It really complements your business, and we understand. So if there's anything I can work out, I just you can point it out to me. I can try to work that out, and maybe we can consider something. Not sure.
Okay, I think we'll discuss, I wanted to discuss with the committee to see what anyone else has to feel about this, or what they have to say about this. And then we can come back to you. Committee
Okay.
member, What do we think about this?
So this is, I mean, normally I'm like, yeah, 3 months is not nearly long enough, but I think it's like the opposite of what you said. Like this is my neighborhood and I know this area really well. We actually don't have enough places like on that little stretch of East Broadway. It really serves the like that local neighborhood, you know, you got Seward Park there, Hillman, East River houses. Eastwood doesn't have a full neighbor license, remember that whole.
Correct.
And you know, what's the Spanish place? Ernesto's is wonderful, but very, very expensive. It doesn't really serve our neighborhood. There's not really a lot of places, like unless you're walking all the way to Essex Street, when you live in these burger houses, that's a long walk. There's no place to get like, just like a regular nice meal and a cocktail that's not gonna, you know, cost you $200.
Yeah, I've got that from the neighbors as well. I've spoken to like when I said I spoke to other business owners, I spoke to other business owners that are actually farther, not on the strip. But on the strip, yeah, it's true. A lot of the neighbors, I do get a lot of neighbors from Seward Park, and they have said the same thing you just said. And that's why honestly I'm here again. It's really because the neighborhood has asked me to, you know, it would be nice if you can get some cocktails, you know, it'll complement your menu. Just nice drinks, because it's true, Eastwood only has beer and wine, I think. And then there's a bar around the corner, but it doesn't have food, or they don't serve, like it's not a restaurant that you can go sit down and eat and have a cocktail.
We used to have that place on, I'm forgetting the name of it now, but it was this cute little Mediterranean cafe on, like right by, Edgy's. And people love that because you can get, what's the name of it? But it was just like, you can get a cocktail, you can get just like a little food.
Right.
It was like a real neighborhood place. I don't feel like we have that option anymore on East Broadway in that neighborhood.
Yeah, I'll agree, you know, if it's
Yeah.
on East Broadway, you know, like down the block. And that side of Front Street is really not much there,
Yeah,
so it would be nice to have.
and it's like, it feels like you go down to Canal and it's just like so much younger and so much busier and it's just a completely different
It's like,
scene.
yeah,
You know, there's this, I feel like the businesses on East Broadway really cater to a little bit slightly older crowd, more of like the families.
or local,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, more local, yes.
yeah, or from the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's true. I actually, the crowd that I get, it's a little older. It's not a younger crowd, because we're on Clinton and East Broadway, but not actually on the corner. We're in the middle. So we're in between Eastwood basically, and then we have Ernesto's further down. And this actual strip, it's not like like Dime Square, or like what I would say like the Delancey. It's not as busy or crowd or younger crowd as that side. So I will, you know, it's really for the neighborhood that I'm here for, honestly.
I live farther north, but I do go to Eastwood a lot. And it's better when there are more businesses there. The one thing that stands out to me, that if you were coming without having done the beer and wine, is the later out, like if you had come 3 months ago and asked for the full liquor license, like that there's an occupancy of 74, but you only have 35 seats, including the bar. And then 2 AM, like if this was anywhere else, I think that I would have a problem. I'm not sure if, I mean, it seems like you're running as a restaurant the whole time, but
if this was in elsewhere, down square, like that will be a big concern for essentially a new liquor license. I mean,
I think the 74, that was just means that they have a letter of no objection. She probably can't fit 74 in that restaurant, but.
No.
Gives you, they just will max out at 74 because that's what you get within the license.
It's not a public assembly, because it's under 70.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and that's my only, I mean, I'm still 50-50 on this, and it has nothing to do with you necessarily, it's just more of our. Kind of how we've been looking at liquor licenses. I will say, this is one of the few, very few areas in our community board. That right now is not a problem. But. You know, as Daniel mentioned earlier, if you were coming in, I remember the conversation. It was back in spring of 25, we gave you. And I think we went back and forth, but we gave you 2 AM only because it was beer and wine. If you were coming in now, especially because you don't, I mean, you have 3 months of experience, but you didn't have a lot of restaurant experience or license experience. I don't think we would give you 2 AM in full liquor. But that being said, given this area, and I know we've discussed this before, but given this area, it isn't a problem. In some ways, I would maybe just have liked you to have a little bit longer of an operation history to ensure, because the problem is, because the space is so small. And we can't base our decision on this, but if you go out of business, that leaves us a full liquor license there with a 2 AM closing time in a small space that is perfect for a bar. So that's the one thing that gives me a tiny bit of concern, is that, and I'm not saying I have no idea how you could be doing great, you could be making hand over fist money, you're gonna stay there for years, but I don't know that, and I can't, so that's what makes me a tiny bit nervous about this. The fact that you haven't been open long, you don't have a long history, and we'd be giving you a full liquor license till 2 AM in a small space and doesn't have a full kitchen, so if you leave, it's gonna be hard for a full restaurant to come in there. That's my concern about it.
Okay, yes, I understand. But I mean, what if we change the hours? Because I'm willing to close maybe 1 hour earlier. Because the reason why I have it until 2, which we don't really close at 2, like during the week, is because I was doing food, late night food, which I am still basically doing. And it's great for the neighborhood because we don't have around there any late night food, like any late night good food, I would say, like not fast food. So that's why I was doing that, but we can probably close, maybe do the 1 AM or 12 or midnight at but because when I say 1 AM is because I close my kitchen at 12 and we start picking up, so nobody is there. I can most likely do Monday through Thursday, like switch the time and do 1 AM, and then Saturday, what is it, Friday, Saturday 2, and then Sunday 1, because I understand people go to work the next day.
Are you getting, since you've been open, I know you've been open a few months, have you had much of a late night? Do you have people coming in much at all?
I have people come in the latest 11:45.
Cause I would have been surprised if you had much, like during the week, if there was much of a later crowd there, to be honest. Okay, and thank you for, working with me, accommodating, committee, what do we feel about that?
I think that's a good concession.
The reason why I think I would vote yes, there's no opposition to this.
Yes.
Whereas I feel if people construction knowledge.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of places, around like Seawood Park or, Chinatown area, in that area for Lower East Side, I feel like there would be a lot of opposition. People
Well, and I think, like what Megan said earlier, this area is one of the few areas that, if I had to say it, is not oversaturated and doesn't have a lot of options.
Honestly, we really need a place like
Yeah.
this. Like, nobody can afford to eat it in this,
Yes.
I-
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, just so, I mean. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but. Do we want? I appreciate that she's offering, I like the idea of moving it back to one during the week, that gives us a little more protection. Do we want it? How do we feel about that? Do we want to move it to one during the week, two on the weekend to give her full liquor?
Yeah, so thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think that sounds, that works for you then? You're agreeing, oh, you'll agree to that? Verona?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry, okay, so I think that was really, I mean, to me, that was really the only main issue for me was just kind of the thing to discuss, so I think if that's agreeable with everyone, we'll go ahead and put the stipulations up on the screen. And we'll go through, these are what we'll be voting on, and then what you'll be signing and agreeing to. Okay, so this is and is it Jenny Bell Verona?
Yes, correct.
Okay, as qualified representative of Dolce Boutique NYC Corporation is located at 221 East Broadway. My license is a full liquor license. This will be a class change, it will be an upgrade from a beer and wine license. They will operate a full service restaurant, this will be a topless restaurant. Now, I think what we do need to change on here, you actually do have less than a full service kitchen though, right?
I'm sorry.
You
Yeah,
have-
it's an electric kitchen, but
Okay.
it's actually, I would say, a full kitchen, but it's just all fully electric. There's
Okay.
no gas.
Okay, and so we'll say, do we count that? Does that count? Does an electric count as a full service or is that?
Yeah. The city's moving.
Yeah, that's, okay,
Everywhere's turning left.
yeah, so I know I mentioned earlier about you not having a full service kitchen and that's why I questioned this, but, okay, so. If electric is considered, and I know you do have pretty much a full menu, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it as then. We'll operate a full service restaurant with kitchen, we're not gonna change it to the food prep area, we'll just leave it as full service restaurant with kitchen open service food during all its operation. And then the hours of operation will be 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. Monday through Thursday,
Okay.
12 p.m. to 2 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and then 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sunday.
Is 1 a.m.?
Thanks. But that works, so it's 3 to 1 Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 Friday and Saturday, and 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, good. So I will not use outdoor space for commercial use. I will close all outdoor dining out. Oh, actually, do you have outdoor, did you apply for any of the dining out NYC program? Do you have any tables outside? Are you proposing that?
So I wanted to do that, but I spoke to someone that was gonna help me, and they said it might take. Because I actually came up to them late, and they said it might take longer than to have like the dining outside and the have. They told me I can block like 2 parkings, but I need a permit, and then I would have to, like, it would probably take the whole summer to apply for that. So I'm still thinking about it. Maybe next year we'll see how that goes.
They're not wrong, I mean, the permit, that process moves very slow, but there's also the sidewalk cafe where you could put, and I think in the front of the space, you probably only have room for 1 or 2 tables, but that's another option. If that's something you wanna do, I don't think any of us have any
It's
issue.
gonna take a year or two.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it would be any faster, but that's just another option. I
Right.
mean, I don't think any of us have a problem with, if you plan on doing that even in the future. Then I would suggest that you say, instead of saying you will not have outdoor dining, because if you check that off. You would have to come back to us to change this stipulation if you want to have outdoor dining. If you want, or you're thinking about it in the future, I would suggest you say you will leave it as I will close any outdoor dining at 10 p.m. and not have any speakers, TVs outside.
Okay, yes.
That way it does give you the option, you don't have to, but if you do decide in the future, you just have to, you're agreeing to close anything at 10.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so we'll leave it with I will close outdoor dining at 10 p.m. You're not having government security. And then your front windows do open, right?
If I'm fine with what?
Your front windows, they open, right?
No, I don't have any front windows that
Oh, you
open.
don't. Okay, so we're gonna change that, so I will have a closed fixed facade with no open doors or windows except the entrance door, which will close by 10 p.m. Okay, and then you will not have DJs,
No.
live. And this is what I don't remember from our conversation beginning. Were you proposing, did you have live music at all?
If I what?
Did you have live music on your original application?
No, it's
Oh,
just,
okay.
yeah.
Just background, that's what I thought. So it's, I will not have DJ, live music, third party promoted events, any motion cover fee is charged, dancing, you'll play ambient background recorded music only. You will not apply for an alteration without coming to CB3. Will not participate in pub crawls and party buses, will not have unlimited drink specials, will not have a happy hour, will not have wait lines, and all the staff person responsible for ensuring no loitering noise or crowds. Will post a stipulation and residents may contact the owner at the number below, Jenny Bell Verona, and it is 917-545-3171.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move to a committee vote. Stephen Ballinger,
Yeah.
Megan Joy,
Yes.
Daniel Tanow,
Yes.
Sam Smeltzer, yes, Michael Lavarde.
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes, so the office will be sending you out these stipulations with instructions on how to get them notarized and returned back to us.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, good night. Bye-bye.
Okay, we are done with all of our items tonight. Well, I'm not our items, but our applications, or we have one more item.
Did you send this to me?
I apologize, everyone.
Quinn.
I was sent the district statement last Friday, I think. And I did not send this out to you as I should have, so I apologize, but.
It's short. It's one of the shortest ones. So everybody here has done this million times.
Yeah, we've all done the district statement.
So all tonight, so. I forgot.
I don't know if
We're
there's
still up.
from on, but.
Yeah.
This one.
All the statistics the office will update, we can't do it until after July 1st, because we do fiscal year. So Claire went through it and highlighted, I found a few things, it says, the committee is now hearing more applications from previously unlicensed than pre-COVID. I don't know if that's still true, so we'll have to look at that.
No, that's.
And, you know, some of what we're gonna say is gonna depend on the statistics.
Yeah.
And by the time you meet next month, all the statistics should be updated. The chart will fill in after the fiscal year. Part about conditions, I guess are still true. I don't know if we have traffic congestion. Maybe take that one out. Everything else is still true. Now, I don't know about, says the city has moved away from enforcement. That was very specifically true under the last administration. Maybe Megan and Stephen can tell us if that's still true. What comes from one police plaza or the administration regarding enforcement these days?
We've been seeing a lot more, outdoor dining. We've been seeing, they hired a lot of people for outdoor dining and they've been coming around often at all of our places that have outdoor dining now, like we've been inspecting and measuring it. So that kind of enforcement is robust right now.
I'm sure it is, because there's been tremendous complaints. It takes
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 months sometimes to get an inspection.
Right. But as far as
As far as SLA stuff, is that?
we've never really had too many issues on this because
It's because you guys don't have a problem with bars.
You ever see, not, you ever see SLA officer?
Yeah.
For like. For my current career in bars, I do see the Q teams out all the time, very active.
Really?
Yeah, their quality of life team,
Yeah.
very active. Extremely active.
I was gonna say, a trio of playing I have gotten better responses, like where the police call me quicker, like fast, and this is not necessarily a bar, but the quality of life do get there quicker, like for rooftop parties and like when I have complaints.
Yeah, that's-
Like,
That's true. I went, it was about 2 weeks ago, I was walking home around 11, and there were two guys playing instruments on Avenue A outside, like dining bus. And
This past weekend?
what?
This past-
No, no, it was actually in the middle of the week.
Was it in front of, like, was it a business or just?
No, it had
Just
nothing
two
to
great,
do with
just
it.
two great people.
It was just two random people. They were near Mario's, but they had nothing to do with Mario's. Anyway, I did call 311. I got a call back in 5 minutes and they said they're packing up now. Wow.
You actually, I don't think that, I'm probably gonna say hundreds of the calls I've ever made, I've never got a call back.
Try it now.
If it's the NYPD, they almost always call me.
Most of mine are in the.
Sanitation.
But they used to, like, more, like, until a year ago, they would always be like, we took care of it, or like, it wasn't, and, but I'm still here. Go.
And when they told me that, I was able
Yeah.
to look out the window and say, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think that really has to be rewritten.
Okay, I agree.
And I would suggest that we divide the outdoor dining, which still needs needs a lot more staff, basically. You know.
What I would like to add in something is, and I know we addressed the dining out program back here, but I feel like we need to say something about. The program's been in operation for over a year now.
Hasn't it? Is it permanent over here?
Yeah, it started.
What if I fail?
It started November, or it started like not this April, it started past April, so it's been.
Time goes by.
So, and I think the issue is. I don't know how to say this, because I don't wanna just necessarily bash DOT. But the issue, the issue has been. A lot of the outdoor businesses aren't following the rules, and there's been no enforcement. And there's-
Well, that's exactly what we're talking
And
about.
you're saying it's improved, they are starting to do that.
It's a tremendous amount of complaints. We actually did a walkthrough that was organized by residents around Orchard Street. Below you.
Swear.
Yeah, and we had DOT, we had the borough commissioner, and we saw a lot of them. Like, it's just like, everybody, well, they're not compliant, they're not compliant, they're not compliant. And they had never been summoned, some of them had been, many of them had been reported. So I think they intend to enforce, I think their intention, there's a lot of complaints, but they don't know. They cannot yet manage the program.
That's why I'm saying I think they're still trying to figure out how to manage the program.
It's been over a year.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to say, I don't wanna bash them or, over it, but I feel like it needs to be mentioned, just that the
Which
big.
is very specifically
Just
said.
the issue we're having is, the number of, the majority, I would be willing to say the majority of our outdoor dining establishments aren't following the regulations.
Yeah.
And we could even say up until this point, there has been very little enforcement. Is that-
I would specifically, it is ongoing right now. It takes a long time to get an inspection. After the first inspection, you get a notice, which is fine. You don't get a summons unless you have an unpermitted
Yes.
place. If you're permitted, but you're not
Or
compliant,
conditional, even if you just applied for. a permit.
conditionals, it's like permanent.
Yeah.
So if you are permitted or conditional permitted, but you're not compliant, you get a 30-day notice. But then you don't get a follow-up for 60 to 90 days.
Yeah, so we got inspected in our two places and they don't give you anything on the spot. And they say, we'll email you and you have 30 days to make these corrections, but it's been like a couple of weeks and no email.
That's exactly.
What's going on.
That's.
And then it's also frustrating because I've got these guys out there being like, oh, the dock needs to be 6 inches, you only have 5. And I'm like, the bar down the block has 2 orange cones as their entire outdoor dining, like, and you're giving me grief about it, it just seems like it's not. Like, can we hit bad actors first and then get to people like us?
That's the big problem, there,
we can't say, we
no,
can't
I know. But just,
prioritize.
there's been very little, I think there's been very little enforcement, and people are just saying, well, that's what everyone's doing, so everyone's doing that, and then, but then even when they're, what I've heard from other places, even when they do, then they get no follow. So then they don't know what to even, that's the
So
big issue.
I actually follow up with, I have a weekly call with DOT. And as part of that call, I have my list of reported non-compliant. I don't generally know when I'm reporting with them if they're permitted or not. I'm bothered looking them up first. A good number are actually unpermitted. But I'm gonna give you, tell you what's, I don't think I've mentioned this to you. I mentioned it to Clint. This is kind of the attitude because there is so little enforcement. No one expects enforcement. On Second Avenue, was it Sweet Linda's? Is that?
Oh, sweet, yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I was walking by and the owner's out there and I said, hey, you have a sidewalk cafe and roadbed cafe you're building. And you have chairs on the sidewalk at the curb. I said, you're not allowed to do that. And he gave me an attitude. And I said, look, there's a lot of pushback on outdoor dining and it's not the program that's the problem. It's the non-compliance. People are complaining about that. And he said to me, so is the problem the non-compliance or is the problem that people are complaining? And I was like, you know, this is the attitude, and that was being nice. I wasn't gonna say I was gonna report you or anything.
Separate from Susan, I was at the place having drinks. And they were constructing their roadbed dining. And they had it extended well past their frontage. It wasn't just, it was pretty much taking, the next storefront is something's not, so they had it extended. So when we were leaving, and I saw who the guy who's seen the video there, and I did not identify myself next to this community board, because I don't go around that. But I just mentioned to him, I said, hey, I see you're just constructing this, and I said, you may want to check, because I'm pretty sure the regulations, you kind of have to stay to your frontage. He said, oh, I'm fighting with TOT, and we're probably gonna win, and I just said, no, and I just kind of left it at that, but he was, that was his reaction.
Meanwhile, I had reported it, it was still not an inspection. And even though with all of that, they haven't, as of last week, they haven't been inspected.
Sales inspectors.
So anyway, Megan, what you're saying is absolutely true. The fact that they even inspected you is kind of amazing. I don't know if some complained or not, no, why do they? But that they didn't follow up.
There's no follow, you're not getting anything on the day, so then you're also getting information trickled down from your manager or something, and it would be really nice to have an email or something to reference and say, okay, these are the 3 things we need to fix.
So you always have the option of asking me to find it out, which I'm happy to do. But yes, so I think that, I'll maybe draft something.
Yeah,
you guys can look at.
if anyone wants to put any little thoughts together, we can kind of maybe combine them. I just feel like we need to mention it, but again, don't want to be too hard on DOT, but I do think.
It's fine, it's fine, you have to be clear about what works. It doesn't mean you're gonna be nasty or anything like that, but you have to be clear about what works and what doesn't work.
And I think it needs to be pointed out because it is an issue.
We all agree.
Yes.
We all agree, and I've said this very clearly to them, as you know, to us, you were there. So, yeah, I'm happy to draft some if anyone has any language they want, so please send it.
The interesting thing, we can say, this last paragraph, it says, recent observations by the community board complaint from representative from a walkthrough on June 6th of 2025. We can say from a walkthrough on when was that?
May 30th or something.
May 30th.
Oh, was it? Oh, you mean the one down?
Yeah, we could just change,
Yeah.
leave that in and say,
Yeah.
because
Put that in.
we had a walkthrough with DOT, the council members.
Yeah.
Assembly person, but they were all there,
Yeah.
so we can leave that in because we do nothing, so.
Okay, so we should finalize this, I should be able to give it to you with all updated stats.
So I'll email this, I have this draft, I forgot to send it to everyone, so I'll send this to everyone, and if everyone wants to kind of. Submit any comments or,
Within a week.
okay, so within a week, take a look at it, I will send it tonight. I'll send it out to everyone tonight, for everyone to take a look, and again, the statistics are gonna be updated, the office will take care of that, I don't know about that. But just if there's any content or anything you wanna, that we, kind of what we just discussed.
Yeah, within a week, and that way we can get another draft out to everybody before.
I mean, I don't feel like making comments other than, sure, like we need more. We need more enforcement and they need to follow through better with the enforcement.
Yeah.
Like, just too late, you have to be mindless, like print up something and say, here you go, the 30 days.
It's worse than you think, it's cause like when I have my check-in, you know, they have all these different divisions now. It's not like it used to be 10 years ago where the borough commissioner was you know, in charge of everything in Manhattan.
Right.
So they have all these divisions and they don't all have access. So when I say what happened here, they don't have access to look it up even.
Right.
They have to you know, send information, get information back. It's like a century ago. And it seems to me, just to be honest, it's all being recorded, to be sort of a you know, a desire to be opaque.
And I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think they just,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I
They
think,
tell me when I ask for information, we generally do not like to make that available. That's when I remember for some of the open street stuff. It absolutely is a desire of at least some divisions to not give out information, because it's all stuff they used to give out. And it's public information, it's legally public information. It is absolutely a specific desire to be okay. And, you know, a lot of things have changed under this administration, and I'm hoping this is something that will
keep
still,
going in the right direction.
that will still go in the right direction.
Okay. So, follow up, I would send this out to everyone tonight, take a look at it, any comments, get back to it within a week. And there we go, we will move to adjourn. Steve Ballinger.
Yes.
Amanda Joy.
Yes.
Daniel Pano. Yes. Smith Smeltzer, yes. Michael Lavari. Yes. Hey, meeting is adjourned.
Hey,
Uh,
Well, Nick,